Learning is a process that thrives on curiosity and engagement, not by force. Well, recently there was a viral video online about the teacher forcing a student, a learner, to learn, I think it was a particular figure 6. Some of you that saw this video would know the video I'm talking about. So in today's video, I'll be discussing about different methods you can use to teach for parents and for teachers that are not aware of these methods. That there are methods, not forcing, because a lot of learners actually need engagement, just like I've said. They need a stress-free environment. So for parents and teachers, there are different methods you can use to teach your students. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome on this channel. I'm an educationist, and on this channel we'll talk about teach abroad, life abroad. So there are different methods, like I said, you can use to teach your students, your learners in the classroom, and not forcing them. Forcing your students are in several ways. You might not even be using the physical force, or you might just be getting too much on their nerve, like you must learn. It is a must for you to learn. It is not a must to learn. Yes, you heard me right. It is not a must to learn. You have to give your learners the room for them to engage. You have to give them the room for them to process. You have to give them the room for them to understand that this is something I would love to do. Not this is something I'm being forced to do. We have a lot of us, even adults, when someone is forcing you to do something, that is when you are being very hard. And why are you forcing me? I'm not going to do that. It's the same with kids. So with some parents and teachers tend to think these kids don't have a mind of their own. They have a mind of their own. And these learners as well, no matter how young they are, they also undergo stress. Yes, you might be thinking, oh, they're not working, they're not doing anything strenuous. They undergo stress. So you hadn't forceful learning to the learner's stress. It can cause a mental breakdown. So I'm going to be talking about different ways you can teach your kids as parents. This video is for parents and teachers how you can also teach your learners, how you can engage them no matter the age. You have to engage them. They must be interested. It's not they must. They have to be willing. They have to be willing to learn, not forcing them to learn. I'll give you scenarios in this video, because in a teach abroad interview, you'll be asked for scenarios, you'll be asked for examples. So I'll give you scenarios in this video for you to know that students are not to be forced to learn. You can't force them to learn. They have to be willing to learn. So recently I was teaching my children. Yes, I'm a teacher. So like I said, I'm an educationist. So I was teaching my children. One of them was struggling with the alphabet B and alphabet D, the da and the b. So phonics aside, when it comes to writing, one of my kids writes, when it comes to writing, he writes his letter B like the, and then his letter D like ba. So I thought about a way we can actually do this that would make it interesting, not forceful. He's been writing it for a while. Yeah, he's been writing it for a while. And I think one of the things that contributed to that is because he's left-handed. So yes, then we decided that, okay, which way? Then I thought about it. Which way is going to work for this child? I can't force him to write the letter D. And I can't force him to know how to like the letter B, which is ba and da. No. So he's on his 3-letter words, and then we've been doing 3-letter words. When it comes to bag, he writes the D like B. When it comes to likes the B like D, and when it comes to dog, he writes the D like B. You can see it's confusing, right? So what I did was, you will see the clip, because I actually made a video when I thought about making this video. You will see the clip of what I did. Let's watch together, guys. Oh, what alphabet has a big stomach?
B.
B. Well done. Now write B with a big stomach.
There? What is that? What's inside there? It's your jacket.
B. Letter B with a big stomach. Letter B.
My jacket.
So what letter has a big bum?
B.
What?
B.
D, well done. The D with a big bum. Okay, so that's the clip. That's the clip of the video explaining the da. I told him that da is an alphabet that has is an alphabet that has a big bum, and ba is an alphabet that is pregnant that has a big stomach. Okay, so with that, it was playful. It was a playway method. It was playful, but I could tell you for a fact that since then he has it in his mind that okay, ba b, the alphabet b is the one with the big stomach, and then the alphabet d is the one with the big bum. Do you think that a student struggling with the alphabet d and the alphabet b would not understand with this playway method? Definitely the student will understand, or the learner will understand. And even if the learner doesn't understand, then you have to calm down. You don't need to force. You don't need to rush. You have to give them a break as well. Give them a break. If they're not learning, you don't have to go hard, like go, 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 go. No, you have to give them a break. There are also other teaching methods you can use. We have different kinds of learners. We have the visual learners, we have the auditory learners, and we have the kinesthetics learners as well. So one thing I will tell you for a fact, the first thing you need to do is to know your child. Know your child, know your learners as a teacher. You have to know them, what works for them. Okay? Not forceful learning. What works for my child? What works for my child? What works for my learners? Because Wumi has just done a big bum and a big stomach, it might not even work for your child. So please, parents, teachers, you have to know your child. You have to know your learners. That is the first thing you need to do. I'll give you scenarios. In fact, I'll give you scenario about myself, about my siblings. Okay? Myself, I'm somebody that doesn't read at night. It doesn't work for me. But when I was in a secondary school, my dad is also an educationist. He would come in the night, especially when I was preparing for my what we call WAEC, which is equivalent to GCSE. He would come in the night to wake me up so that I can prepare for my exam. I'll tell you for a fact, guys, I was sleeping. And when I heard footsteps coming, I would wake up quickly and start reading and act as if I was reading. I was not reading Jack. I was not reading anything. And he thought I was reading. He thought that was the best for me. I had to wake up in the night for me to read. I had to wake up in the night for me to prepare for my exam, for me to learn. It wasn't working for me. I'm not a night person. I'm not somebody that read at night. I love to sleep at night. That is who I am. Okay? But when I read in the afternoon or probably in the evening towards 12 a.m., that is the best time for me. And this affected me when I got to the university because I was thinking I have to read at night. My first year in the university, I was reading at night. And thank God for cramming and pouring, what we call la cram la pour. That was what helped me through my 100 level, 200 level that I was able to pass and not probably rusticated from the university because I was really struggling with the time I was reading. I got to discover myself when I was in 300 level. And then I discovered myself that I was someone that reads in the evening towards the midnight, and then I will go and sleep, and that's it. My 300 and 400 level, my CGPA, what we call CGPA, was very, very high compared to my 100 and 200 level because I discovered myself and I knew the right time for me to learn. I also give the scenario of my younger sister, in which she was going to a particular primary school. She didn't know anything. Well, because she wasn't learning, she wasn't engaging. In fact, when she brings assignments, at a point my mom was so worried, what am I going to do? Because she was not learning, she was not interested, and she was not engaging. And it was because that primary school was using a forceful method of learning. Now, my parents had to change her school. When she got to another primary school, she picked up straight. I will tell you for a fact today, she graduated with a very strong second class upper. A child that doesn't want to engage with learning. A child that was as if she doesn't know anything. I will also use someone I know as a scenario as well. He is an auditory learner. He also came out from his university with in fact, close to his first class. Very close. I think his CGPA was 4.5. His CGPA for his first class is 4.5. He came out with a 4.4. And you can't see this person I'm talking about, you can't even see him taking a piece of paper and then reading. No, you wouldn't. So you feel, is this one serious? But as long as this learner is in the classroom, listens, Don't worry about the exam. This learner is going to pass. So you can see that different people learn at different pace. Different learner learn at different pace. Every child learn at different pace. So you don't have to do forceful learning. You don't have to do forceful learning. Don't force your child to learn. Don't force your learners to learn. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.